Good morning. Are we ready to sing? 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Standing outside the door of love and mercy, you wonder if there's a place there for you. You know there's peace inside, but still you're searching for someone who understands the pain you've been through. Where the Father waits with open arms, He's calling out your name. Come on in, welcome home. You are loved to belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, come on in, yeah. Come on in. You'll find a place of rest and illumination, where God within you helps you to light your way. He knows the peace you need and the hurt you're feeling. He longs to hold you and to wipe your tears away. Where the doors unlocked, the lights are on. What are you waiting for? Come on in, welcome home. You are loved to belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, yeah. Where there's room enough in this home of love for someone just like you. And come on in, welcome home. You are loved to belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, welcome home. You are loved to belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, come on in. Unity of Tampa, come on in. All right, exciting morning here at Unity of Tampa. Thanks for being with us.
All right, Elliot, thank you. Well, a friendly welcome goes out to everyone here, as well as to those of you who are joining us from our Facebook and YouTube communities. Friendly welcome. And at this time, do we have any visitors here who are joining us for the first time? Lillian, raise your, you and I met before the service, so I know you're a visitor. So at this point, I just want to give a friendly reminder that following the service, and this goes for Darlene that I met earlier, after the service, simply go to the back table, and David will give you a Unity t-shirt, and we have them in a plethora of colors, so it's going to match your complexion. You know how that goes. You know what I mean? Very important. And so at any rate, so friendly welcome to all of you. And with finding out anything about Unity, there are several places where you can do that. Facebook, our website, unitytampa.org. And so just look in your bulletin and you will find different ways. And on the Unity website, that's where you will find the calendar, where it gives in full detail what's happening. And at this time, would all of you be so kind as to check your phones and make sure they are on silent, so that when we have our meditation, we don't have any friendly surprises. And one of the organizations that we are very active in is HOPE. And just as we have committees here, HOPE has committees as well. And so one of them, oh, wait a minute. Sorry, I switched slides here. Sorry about that. Okay, tonight, let me start the day over. You know, it's called going with the flow. After the service, we have our vision team meetings. And it's a great way to come and get a visual mosaic of the different committees that really help make Unity sing. And it really does take a village. When they say it takes a village, it really does. And so if you come to the vision team meetings today following the service, it'll be starting at 12:30. You know, we love our food. Food will be served. So have no worries, you're not going to go home hungry. And as you can see from the slide there are lots of different ways that you can become involved. And so I would encourage you to come check everything out. As I said earlier, Unity is a part of the Hope organization, and there are various committees. And one of the committees works on saving the earth, and what's shown on the slide are people who got together and how to save retention ponds in East Tampa. I really need to start this day over. I'm sorry. Okay, so if you have a question, okay, Lisa in the back, one of our ambassadors, will be available to answer any questions that you might have about what makes Unity tick. And today, we're going to be celebrating 3 birthdays that we are aware of that are coming up. One is Susan Scaglione. Donna Tritt, who I know often joins us, I think she's up in North Carolina, who often joins us via Facebook. And then, of course, we have Mark Prendergast, whose birthday is coming up on March 9th. Donna's is coming up on March 5th. Susan's is coming up on March 4th. At this time, do we have anyone else that we may not have on our calendar who has a birthday coming up this coming week? Anyone? Okay, all right.
We're going to sing happy birthday to these March babies. Thanks, Julia. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, God loves you. Happy birthday to you. All right.
Good morning. How are we? Yeah? Who's been letting go? Raise your hand if you're a letting go person. Okay. We only have 40 days. Hurry on. You know, we have to have it all gone after 40 days, right? Because we're starting anew on Easter Sunday, so don't forget. So I want to just say welcome back to Alban. He's back. And I also want to welcome back Deborah, who we haven't seen in a while and we've missed dearly. So and big shout out to Heather, who's home not feeling well again today. So sorry, she was just better and now she's sick. So if you see Mark today, special shout out to him, okay? He's doing a great job over there with our youth program. All right, so I want to say good morning to all our friends, especially shout out to Tina and Carl today. I think one's in Texas, one's in Missouri. So they're joining our Missouri people. I need them to drive further around. You know, we have a few states we actually need to start recruiting. So anyway, it's great to have everybody join us. As Julia said, oh, and thank you, Julia. I didn't even say thank you to Julia. Thank you to Julia. Sorry, Julia may need me to start over today. I just want to say that, as she mentioned, we are going to be converting this room for our vision team meetings. So if when you're finish today at the service, if you could just step outside or go over to Fellowship Hall for 10 minutes if you're going to join the meeting and come back, that would be great, unless you're one of the people who can stay and help us with table movement. We need to stack a few rows of chairs, and then we're going to add our tables and set up lunch in here. So, but it'll go quicker if everybody's not standing around, if you don't mind. Of course, stay and listen to the band's last song if you would like. I'm not trying to rush you out of here. And I also want to thank Annette. I see her over there. So last week, I asked for 2 people to step up. And while we were in here, Annette posted online that she would step up for one of the roles I was asking for help with, which was, did I just see your mom, by the way? My God. Anyway, back to Annette for a minute. But you do that to me every time. You sit in a place I don't see you, and you just had to be a little show off again today, all the way from California. That's Elliot's mom, in case you don't know. So back to our dear Annette. Annette stepped up to be the special events coordinator and helper that I need. So, and what is really special about that is Annette's one of the people being inducted as a new member today. So it's pretty cool. All right, I better get on with my job. Well, I don't have to. What are they going to do to me? You don't have anybody up here for today except me, so let it go. All right, let's just join together in saying our affirmation. There is only one power and one presence in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. Thank you. And our daily word is grace. The grace of God surrounds and enfolds me. From the moment I greet the day to the moment I rest at night, I am enfolded in the grace of God. I find grace in the rhythm and balance of the natural world. It is in the beauty of a sunrise and a sweet, gentle rain. I find grace in the sweet souls with whom I share this beautiful planet. The faces of my dear ones and others I meet throughout the day. Grace is the presence of God made manifest, as it does for the world around me. Grace blesses my Grace blesses my life as well. It is the unexpected kindness, the serendipity, the forgiven error. It is the assurance I carry in the deepest recesses of my soul that I am loved, treasured, and secure in the heart of God. And from Timothy 1, and the grace of our Lord overflowed for me with the faith and love that are in Christ Jesus. That is our message for today. So I'll turn it back over to the band.
There was a time I thought I had to do it all by myself, but I don't, because you're gonna sing along with me too. You've got to let it go and let it go. This is what I got to say. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, it's only up to God. There's no more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, it's only up to God. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart and my heart is open wide. Yes, it's only up to God. There's no more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, it's only up to God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, it's only up to God. All right. Thanks for singing it with me. Thank you.
Invite our new members up to the front and ask them to stay on the carpet so we can get a widescreen shot of them all together. And I'm going to ask Margaret to join me up here. And I think you have everybody. So we're going to have Janice and Cindy and Faye will be singing, and we're grateful that they joined us. And the idea of this ceremony is to remind people that they're being, you two, up here.
Nice try, man.
Wow, you almost got away with it. So, I'm asking you to join me as we go through everyone's name and to recognize that these people are sharing themselves and committing to being part of our spiritual family in a more formal way. We welcome everyone, and being a member isn't required, but they've also been trained and given information about unity and what it means to be in service here. So we're going to start with Annette. Annette, we welcome you, we appreciate you, and we look forward to the gifts you will share with us. Alfred, thank you. You've been here a long time, and it's wonderful that you can join us as a member. And Margaret, you can hand those out if you would like. Margaret O'Connell, thank you for being a part of this church and its spiritual community, and for always bringing joy with you. Dolores, you've been a long time member of this church. Dolores has been here 40 years and actually served as the assistant to Reverend Ross Goodman. And she is restating and reclaiming her membership. So thank you for being such a supporter. Candace, we're so grateful that you stepped up to be a part of our care team. And I know that you are going to bring wonderful gifts to us. Miriam, it's so wonderful that you and Robert could join us. And we're grateful for you both. Very first day, you came and introduced yourselves, and you've been nothing but supportive. Thank you for being a part of our community. Karen, we're so grateful that Janice and Cindy have brought you here, and that you have been a part of us for a while now. And in fact, one of the people encouraging me to get the membership class back on board. So thank you. Thank you for being here. We look forward to all you will bring. Anna Maria, Anna Maria, you and Bruce are awesome. You've been part of our grief group. You've you've been part of our it's coming to me, Course in Miracles. Thank you. And we appreciate all the joy and the people that you continue to champion and make feel comfortable here. Thank you for the gifts you bring. Dale. Dale goes back to the 90s when Jeffrey and I were at this church, and he is reclaiming his membership today. Dale's been part here for a very long time. He serves on the garden team. He serves on many teams, vision teams, and we appreciate you, Dale, and thank you for reclaiming your membership. Tracy and I have go back to Together in Peace. That's where I met her the first time, and we're grateful that you have been such a part of our youth ed program, and you help and volunteer with so many ways. All of you have been stepped up and helped us in so many ways, and we are grateful for your presence and you being a part of our spiritual community. And so I'm going to ask first that Margaret, can you give Margaret the mic? I want Margaret to give her a chance to speak, and then I'm going to ask everybody to join me in blessing them.
Thank you so much. I want to reemphasize how Unity of Tampa, as we've gone into this new launch with the new property and everything, it's every single member that's participating in what we are creating and the mission that we carry forward through personal spiritual growth, opportunities to help throughout the community, here within Unity of Tampa as a family, as well as the outreach that we do throughout our community, all the way into how we're helping to serve the earth and its healthiness. And that's all consistent with the Unity message that was established by Myrtle and Charles Fillmore, and we carry that forward and carry that light throughout the world and trust that it makes a difference to be light workers. So thank you for joining us and taking the time to learn more about Unity.
So now I'm going to ask you to join me in saying 3 lines. We love you, we bless you, and we behold the Christ in you. So let's join together. We love you, we bless you, and we behold the Christ in you. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you all. Yes. Thank you. Love you guys. Yes. So wonderful. Thank you. Yes, I'm so appreciative. Thank you. And thank you. Nice job. Jeffrey, will you turn the air down? It's hot. Thank you. All right. Well, how about that? I feel so emotional during these things. It's a good thing Margaret spoke before I had to say anything else. I get so emotional. I needed a moment. It's just such a special occasion. All right, we're going to get ready for meditation.
When I'm quiet in prayer, I open my heart, I open my heart. When I'm quiet in prayer, I open my heart, hallelujah. When I'm quiet in prayer, I let go of fear, I let go of fear. When I'm quiet in prayer, I let go of fear, hallelujah. When I'm quiet in prayer, I see only love, I see only love. When I see only love. Alleluia. Alleluia.
So let's start with that last line. I see only love. And as you take a few deep breaths now, and allow yourself just a chance to refresh and renew, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth to calm yourself. And breathing in through the mouth and out through the mouth when you want to energize. You know, we need both air and water. And those calming breaths allow us to remember who we are. The divine light of God within shines brightly when we're calm and quiet and still. And as I read the words and share these for today, please just take in what is right for you, knowing that all the answers you need are within. Today, I focus on letting go of fear, knowing that all things are possible through faith. Allowing my fears to rule my life has proven time and time again to be exhausting and debilitating. And when fear rules my life, it never leads me to any positive outcomes. Fear has no power over me unless I give power to it. And it has nothing to do with the present moment. Instead of fear, I choose to illuminate the path with my divine light, using my inner compass to guide me whenever I'm facing a challenge. And when I do, I can fully trust that I will be directed to outcomes for my highest good. Divine truth provides the courage I need to overcome any obstacle in my path. And it is through that same truth that I am reminded and reassured that I am a spiritual being, a child of God. And I can trust the words of Jesus. Fear not, and seek the kingdom of heaven within. Faith is the deepest and most meaningful reminder that within me is the strength to see the light of God in everything. and that light leads the way. Through divine truth, I make a difference in the world, and I walk forward in each day knowing that all things are possible through faith and not fear. Because faith sustains me, and faith helps me keep hope alive in my heart every minute of every day. And so with the words, "Fear not," I enter the silence knowing that whatever is mine to know will be revealed. So as we return from the silence, we're reminded faith over fear. And as we come back to this place and time, preparing for today's message, we know that whatever is meant for us to know in life will present itself at the right time if we just wait patiently and listen and stay centered in peace. Thank you, Owen, for helping me. In case you haven't seen this young man in a while, he's so beautiful. And he's going to be one of our young YOUers someday. Look at him looking for his dad to get over there. Good morning, Logan. I didn't forget you just because I'm paying attention to Logan or to Owen. All right, so today's week 3, Sunday, third Sunday of our letting go. And we're focused on how we can learn to release our fears. And remember, fear is a synonym for worry. So if you're accustomed to worrying, if you're accustomed to being fearful, I want you to just listen today to how you can overcome that. In our 40-day booklet that we gave out, the message for today from Reverend Ellen Davenport mentions the term fear not. And she says that the term fear not is actually stated in the Bible 365 times. Did anybody know that? Probably Reverend Virginia did. But so think about that. 365 times, fear not. There's a reason, right? She also talks about the highlights from the Sermon on the Mount, which she's referring to Matthew 6. And I want to read what Jesus said in these verses, 25 through 34. Therefore, I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food and the body more than clothes? Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? Can any one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? And why do you worry about clothes? See how the flowers of the field grow? They do not labor or spin. Yet I tell you that not even Solomon in all his splendor was dressed like one of those. If that is how God clothes the grass of the field, which is here today and tomorrow is thrown into the fire, he will not much more clothe you, you of little faith. So do not worry, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or what shall we wear? But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has trouble of its own. So I want to ask everybody, rhetorically, how many of us experience fear every day of our lives in some way? Come on, just curious. All right, let me tell you ways that fear shows up. It might be simple thing like, why didn't that person call me? Why didn't they respond to my email? Why didn't so-and-so get back to me? How am I going to be able to run errands this time of day when traffic's so bad? What if I never get that job? What if I never find the right person for my life? What if, what if, what if? Those simple things are considered worry. They're considered fear, and they don't help us in any way. They paralyze us, and they tend to shut us down from being open to what we need to hear, and also looking in front of us to see what the path ahead shows. But if we could get to a place of uncovering the source of our fears and actually understand them, we would strengthen ourselves and we would grow spiritually. Now, those of you who are participating in A Course in Miracles or have participated, you're well aware of the fact that the Course teaches fear and love are the only two emotions we are capable of. Fear and love. So when you're not in that space of your divine love for yourself, for your life, for the things around you, including the people around you, you're in fear. Fear is created when we've chosen not to love and not to exist within the divine light that surrounds us. The light, of course, refers to God. God and God's divine light. When we're afraid, we pull away from God's light. We create our own personal version of truth. Is that not the case? So when we're fearful, we think we know what the truth is. And we stay in that place and we forget to act from love. And if you're doubting the importance of light, here's a fun little message from Ellen Zuniga this week to show you. We have a little slide for you. I thought that would make you smile. So did she. Thanks, Ellen. A Course in Miracles also teaches that the presence of fear is a sure sign that we have decided to rely on our own strength instead of our divine strength. But in truth, it's in those situations that we should be looking within and trusting that we will be led to the right and perfect answers. So many times this past week, I was telling Jan, this past week was so crazy. I had so many business clients in complete crisis, calling late at night, panicked over things, worrisome. It was like fear had become the theme of the week just so I'd remember to talk about it. But everyone was operating in human truth. It took a while to get people to step back, take a pause, and recognize you can't find the answer when you're in the weeds. If you're looking at all the details and you're making up your version of the truth, you cannot get to a place of peace. The problem is that we tend to forget that fear is not coming from the present moment. Fear is always based on the past and the future. What happened before and what could happen ahead. Think about that. Oh, well, what if I don't have the money for this? Guess what's going to happen? Because I remember that from the past. Or if I can't figure this out, then what's going to happen in the future to me? We're always looking back and then looking ahead. And as Sam and I often joke about, items in the mirror appear bigger than they are. It says that on your car. There's a reason for it. Every moment exists on its own and can never be connected to past or future because the present moment has no connections. It's just now. So we have to think in terms of that. One of the biggest sources of our fear is change. We do not like change, especially changes that surprise us or shock us. So for some people, changes in the weather or warnings of major storms give them that sense of fear. If there are changes in our relationships or loss of loved ones, sudden changes in our jobs, all fuel our fears. But Michael Singer says we have two options in dealing with our fears: face them or avoid them. Think about that for just a minute. If you were facing your fear, would you be panicked over it? No, you'd be facing it. There it is. It's in front of me. I need to deal with it. Those who choose to face their fears are eventually the ones who are able to work through them and work through the cause and release them so they don't keep coming back. How many of our fears are repeated year after year after year? They keep coming back because we never let them go. And the majority of the time we choose instead to keep our fears under control, to hide them. Don't let anybody know I'm afraid. Don't let anybody know this scares me. But how is that helping us? None of us are benefiting from that. The main source of our fear is our inability to control outcomes. We can't control what we're facing, so we become fearful. Michael Singer tells us that we desperately try to create a world around us that is predictable, controllable, and definable, a world that is void of fear. And he explains that many of us spend our entire lifetime attempting to create safety for our lives and control of our lives by defining life according to us, our beliefs, our expectations. But how are we in the divine flow of life if we are always behind the wheel, controlling the steering wheel? You know, I have a really good mentor who's not on this in his earthly life anymore. But he used to say to me, get in the back seat, Nancy, let God steer. You're always trying to control. That was many decades ago, but I never forgot it because I was afraid. But the truth is, when I found the freedom that you have when you don't control and the spontaneity that comes into your life when you're not trying to control the outcomes, it's always better than what I could have imagined. Some people function as the me against it. How many times have we said, it's me against the world, resisting change, struggling with it, being afraid of what might come next? We continue to reflect upon situations of the past as either disturbing, while at the same time fearing the future, all of which is generated by our own insecurities. When our rules for life become threatened, we begin to view situations or people as either good or bad. Think about that. How many times have you said, oh, that's not a very nice person? Well, that is a really nice person. Okay, the only reason for that comment is because you feared one of them. You didn't like how they behaved. They didn't fit your mode of operations. They don't model your belief system and your standards. But we have to get to a place of being able to release our fears and walk in the path of divine light. If we can release them, they will stop coming back. They will stop forcing us to hide out. And if we don't release them, we will continue to find fault in the world to protect ourselves from experiencing our fears again. So we have to make a choice to let them go. We need to stop trying to exercise control over our life and accept that some things just aren't within our place to control. The Daily Home recently sent out a message about fear, and one of my favorite lines was this: when you are afraid and envisioning all that might go wrong, the energy underlying your fear grows. A tiny flicker of anxiety can easily develop into a terror that manifests itself physically and eventually paralyzes you into action. You know, I remember the amount of fear we had here in 2020 and 2021 before we found our new church home. We were struggling to imagine ourselves in a new place, and especially in a new place that we would love as much as many of us had spent time in the old place. And there was all this fear. The date was coming up for the closing. We didn't have a new place. Where were we going? But fortunately, Jeffrey and I had been through this in our personal life back in 2018 when we had made this decision to move out of our home after decades. We were trying to be proactive and get ahead of finding a place where we'd be able to get Melody into high school and make the transition from private school to public school by high school. And we said, she's got to make friends. Well, here we were spending 6 months. First, it was fun. Let's just look every weekend at neighborhoods we've never been in that are in the school districts we like and near schools we like, and we'll see. Well, first it was just a lot of fun. And then the fun stopped. After a few months, we weren't having fun at all. And then we put a bid on a house that only met 80% of our expectations, and fortunately, someone outbid us, which was great because we knew it wasn't going to work anyway. We were just trying to be done. The interesting thing about that story, and I won't tell you the whole story, but literally, we had our list, and every house, go through the list, and we tried to apply that to here. We got everyone here to think the same way, because in our case, what happened was one day A month after we said, we're done, we're never going to make it and move before the holidays. It's too stressful. Let's be done. And there I was sitting in New York City with a client, and Jeffrey sends me a text and says, check this out when you have a minute. I had 1 minute to check it out. I see it. I quick glance at it, and I'm thinking, this looks like it meets everything. I'm going to the airport at JFK. He's FaceTiming me from the house with Melody, showing me every room. I land at 1 a.m. At 9:30, I'm in that house, and we bought it. And in 24 hours, after months, there it was. The perfect thing. It met 98% of our needs. And we were done. So we brought that whole story back to Unity and said, we need to let this go and trust. And in 1 day, we found a place. And 3 days later, we bought it. Here we are. And in case you didn't notice, in 2021, we said we have to tear down that youth building that's there and put up a new one. And we're going to have to remodel Fellowship Hall and all these things we needed to do. And here we are 3 years later. They just laid out the square, in case you didn't notice, for the new building. The foundation's being poured. The building's going to be coming in a couple of weeks, in a month. Our new bathrooms start this week, the remodel over there. Our new patio will be in within 4 weeks. All these things that we never knew we were going to do. And we paid off all our debt, all at the same time. All that panic. Church was out of money. All that worry. And here we are. Fear not. We just should have said it 365 times and it would have been a lot quicker. I want to share a poem with you that I received from Sharon Hall. I'd never seen it before, but maybe you have, from Khalil Gibran, about letting go of fear. It's called Fear. It is said that before entering the sea, a river trembles with fear. She looks back at the path she has traveled from the peaks of the mountains, the long winding road, crossing forests and villages, and in front of her, she sees an ocean so vast that to enter there seems nothing more than to disappear forever. But there is no other way because the river cannot go back. Nobody can go back. To go back is impossible in existence. The river needs to take the risk of entering the ocean because only then fear will disappear. Because that's where the river will know it's not about disappearing in the ocean, but of becoming the ocean. Isn't that beautiful? Such a great reminder. And when you hear the song that the band is going to play in a little bit, I want you to listen to the words. I swear we didn't talk, and it matches that message. Let's review our takeaways for today. Letting go of fear requires the following. Fears cannot exist in the present. It is generated by experiences. Presence of fear is absence of God and is caused by self-reliance versus faith. Fear alone is powerless. Fear gets its fuel from us. Releasing fears is freedom, and love becomes our path forward. Our affirmation today is, I release my fears. Let's say that together. I release my fears. And our quote is from Michael Singer. The purpose of spiritual evolution is to remove the blockages that cause you fear. Let's take that in. And so we pause for a moment to recognize the freedom that exists in letting go of fear. The freedom to become part of that ocean, to move into a much greater mindset, be part of something so much bigger than we are, by simply using our faith over fear to guide us, to remind us that there is nothing to fear but fear itself. And so it is. Amen. If you have a prayer that we can support, please fill out a prayer card, or if you're online, you can call the office and or send an email. And I want to just do a quick shout out to the Scaglione family. Mark is recovering from eye surgery, and Susan is recovering from mouth surgery, but most importantly, her father needs our prayers. He is really struggling, so if you could keep Buzz in your prayers, I would appreciate that. And let's join together in saying our affirmation for our lives. We have faith in God as our instant, constant, abundant supply and supplier. We have faith in God to open ways when to the human sense there is no way. We have faith in God to guide us in all our ways, and our health, happiness, and prosperity are assured. Thank you, God, for your abundant good, now flowing forth to meet our every need, and so it is. Let's bring our children in.
Feeling good, like I should. Went and took a walk around my neighborhood. Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got the sunshine on my Sunday best.
Our YOUers, the older youth, are away at rally this weekend with Chris giving us a report as to all the fun things. Did some work, the older kids did some work on miracles this week, and the miracle story, and use that in our own lives to calm us down, change things, or change other people's perceptions and feelings for the good. The younger people were doing the miracle of the children coming to Jesus. They did some craft projects and learned all about that Bible story. Thanks, Diane. I appreciate it. So let's bless these children, and I'm hoping, bless you. We truly appreciate you. We behold the Christ in you. We love you. We love you. We really, really love you. Mwah. Thank you, guys.
Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. You have all you need. Know that you are safe. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. You have all you need, it's all inside of you. Just close your eyes and breathe. Know that you are safe. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float in Thank you. And I believe what Nancy meant to say was that we worked tirelessly to find a song that matched the talk. So thank you. Let's go ahead and stand. We'll sing the peace song. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, and family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now, to take each moment and live each moment with peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And now let's join together in saying the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is great. God bless you. Thank you for being here today.